today's destination. The rain has just started. Let's go. It's about 6:30 in the afternoon. I'm just going to make my way uphill to the pine forest for a night of hammock camping. It's raining, of course, isn't it always? I'm about 15 minutes in. I've just got past all the mucky parts. Whew, already too warm. It's time to start making the ascent up to the trees. Looks very misty up there. It's probably going to be a night of constant drizzle. Guys, I hope you heard that. Thunder and lightning. There wasn't supposed to be a storm today that I know of. It was a couple of nights ago and it didn't really materialise, but it looks like the storm's here now. And this oak tree it is raining so heavy that I'm just getting no shelter at all. So I've had to throw this on and hopefully it will pass soon and I can move on uphill. I just heard the loudest thunder that I have ever heard in my life. You would think it was just a couple hundred meters above head. Now I know I'm standing under a tree, but on top of the hill there's lots of trees, lots of higher points for lightning to strike. That was insane. I'm really going to have to wait for this to pass, or postpone this camp until tomorrow. I'm hoping it goes again so you can hear it. I've never heard anything like it in my life. I've been standing here about 20 minutes and just contemplating if I should go on up to the camp spot. I've heard thunder once, I didn't see any lightning, so I hope it's moving away. And the rain has calmed down a bit, but it's still quite relentless. The mist on the hill has cleared. Mostly, almost instantly. So I think we're past the worst of it. I think it's time to go. I've already lost too much time. It actually sounds like an airplane taking off. I hope you can hear it. It certainly sounds farther away. This path is quite treacherous on the best of days. Now we have running water. It does get steep very fast. There's the steelworks. These bushes grow so fast. I was only here a week ago. It wasn't this bad. Much taller than me. And I am at least 6 foot tall. Oh. There's a reservoir. Let me show you. Absolutely stunning what colour that is. You can see behind me there's smoke. There's actually guys camping down there. I'm wondering if they didn't have the energy to go for the hike. How gorgeous is that? The rain has stopped. Still a bit of walking to do. Oh, there's lightning. I hope I'm not playing Russian roulette tonight. If I can't hear any thunder, I'm thinking I should be safe enough. I thought I heard more thunder, but turns out it was just a plane, probably coming from Cardiff, taking off. So I need to get to the top now. I'm more than halfway, so that's good. Also, I did not bring gas or stove. My dinner requires a fire, and as you just seen how much rain there was, that could be a challenge in itself. Here's another look at the lake, reservoir. Absolutely stunning. There's nowhere for a hammock down there though. Whew, right. Get back to you soon. Yeah, you can even see the rain on the water. I doubt it's not finished yet. I can see the pine trees up there. Just one last push now. Whew, it's warm. Still got summertime temperatures. It's about 16 to 18 degrees. Very humid. Ideally I'd be wearing no clothes, but that wouldn't be a good idea. Whew, try not to sweat too much, but time is against me. So I'm just going to have to dry off and when I have a fire going. I brought fire lighters this time, so and it's going to be a big fire. I will need it. The mist is just rolling in behind me. One more push till I get to the top. The mist is just rolling in again. I'm guessing it's to do with a storm, but we're so close to the shore as well. It could be coming in from the sea. It's quite waterlogged in here. There's just tons of dead wood. It's a lot wetter than I had hoped it would be. Where does the time go? It's now about 20 minutes until sunset and I'm not pitched up. I don't have firewood, nothing. I'm going to go back towards the entrance, well, the perimeter of the forest, because at least there I have a bit more light for longer to work with. Also, ahead of me, I see, I don't know, a small tree or branches at least that will make good tinder to get the fire going. So, fingers crossed, eh? It is just so quiet. You always have to be careful. It does appear that a lot of these trees that have fell are on the very edge and probably took the worst of the wind. I've picked an area where the trees are looking healthy and strong and much thicker. Thinking just here. Just used a tent peg to put in the end of this line. And I've got the stick here. It's going to keep the tarp up at the front. A wee bit damp there just from the rain, but it's not too bad. Time to get this underquilt done. I just heard some thunder. I thought I seen lightning a few seconds ago, and now that's just confirmed that I did see it. The rain is very light. You can probably just hear it hitting on the tarp. Whew. I need to take my saw and find a wee bit of firewood. The rain has started again. I've just had some thunder and lightning. I might not have to have a fire here. I might have to eat cold hot dogs and a full packet of biscuits and call that dinner. At least I have this, so. Every cloud has a silver lining. Guys, this has turned into a complete shit show. The lightning is still constant. I might have to bail. Don't feel good about being out in the open to get back to the car, but at least maybe within 10 minutes I could be on low ground. And if I leave all my stuff here and just throw it inside the hammock, I can always come back for it. What would you do? Well guys, it looks like I might have to bail. The lightning has been constant. The rain has calmed down a bit, so if I am to go home, now's the time. Obviously I won't be packing up anything. I'm going to throw it all into the hammock where it stays dry, and maybe I can redo this camp tomorrow night. This could only happen to me. Just heading back, guys. It's not nice to be out in this walk, so exposed. Part of me thinks I might have been safer where I was. About 10 minutes up and down on lower ground. So, yeah, that's what's happening. This path is so rocky. Whoa. Oh, it's actually flooded. Well, I've been back home for a while now, guys. It took me half an hour to get back to the car. The drive home should have been 15-20 minutes, and there was diversions because of flooding, which I would have posted in the last week clip, although it was with my phone and stuff, so I don't think it was landscape, but you should be able to see how bad it is here in South Wales at the minute. I put myself in a bit of a dangerous situation. I assumed it would only last 20 minutes, but it's been about 5-6 hours now and it's still going. In fact, the window behind me here, I'm just seeing a flash every few minutes, and it seems to come in 2 or 3 flashes in one go. But as I said, like, you know, I chose not to stay in that situation, and you know, This is round 2, the very next day. I've already broken a foot off my tripod, so I might have to call this the cursed forest because nothing has gone right. I left my hammock, a big rucksack, everything except my phone and keys and light and stuff, and left last night as the lightning just wasn't stopping, and it seemed like the slightly more sensible idea was to leave. So hopefully it's still there. Fingers crossed. Whew. Just going past the reservoir now. There's plenty of people out walking. I just got a notification from Google saying about a yellow warning for rain tonight again. No mention of thunder and lightning though. I have to navigate a forest that I've only been in once or twice to try and find where I left my hammock, and this is what it looks like. It is just completely white everywhere. I've just got back to the tree line here where I entered the forest yesterday, and it's time to go in there and navigate my way back. I need to go up a bit and then that way. So it'll be nice to sit down and get coffee going. There's evidence of more people camping. I've got this little divider in the middle of the forest, so you can sort of tell it was man-made. I'm using this to navigate. Getting closer now, just around the corner. I'm hoping when I get there that the hammock and all is still there in one piece. I suppose the odds of somebody finding it with the storm last night and this morning, the odds are quite slim, but you never know. But I won't be able to relax until I get there and my stuff is still where I left it. The one small perk is not having to get set up. I'm still looking. I'm actually just at the edge of the trees, where there is a big steel fence to stop people getting in. It's there's sheep in that field and windmills. In fact, they're just looking at me. I'll turn the camera around so you can see. So yeah, I went towards the light knowing that that was the edge of the forest, but I've come the wrong way, so it should be exactly down the slope again. Man, this place is cursed, I'm telling you. I found this place hiking about 10 days, 2 weeks ago. I thought this would be a really nice place for a camp. There's loads of wood, loads of dead wood just everywhere. But it's completely rotten, so I've brought my own wood to have at least some sort of fire, and if I can scavenge a bit more or saw some up, I will. There's a sheep there looking at me, probably thinking, you know, what's this boy at out in this rain? There's some more behind it. This guy doesn't move, he doesn't blink. There's some interesting fire pit ideas. Guess they're making some sort of firewall at some point. So, as I said, I'm quite lost. But here's this little divider Seems to be bricks and stuff. It's almost like a wall that's been covered in grass. So I'm going to use this to stay en route and go towards the far end where I left my hammock. Well, that's the plan anyway. It is just so saturated. Guys, I found it. And it looks to be in one piece. Happy days. I mean, if I struggle to find it, how is somebody who's not looking for it going to find it? Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I couldn't let this forest defeat me for a second time, for 2 days in a row. And it's just so damn wet though, it's like, there's really no point looking for wood, is there? There does seem to be some sort of a tree that fell down there, and all the small branches are still intact, so if I get stuck, I know where to go. Happy days. There we go. The reason I took my rain jacket off, I'm just too warm. The sweat was much worse than some light drizzle. So I got all my stuff in my hammock and on top of my chair. Oh, I can relax a bit now. Nice and dry. Yeah, so everything's there. Everything is dry. The trees did not get struck by lightning, but you know, there's always a small chance. Where my feet was last night is an absolute cesspit, so I'll probably change the tarp. I'll lower this side and put the other side up higher. Inside everything looks good, everything's dry. There's my pillow, sleeping bag, I've got my rucksack in there. So it might be a happy ending after all. Guys, I got this tent peg in here for the guy line of the tarp, and I have this stick that I broke at the size to hold up this side. Yeah, this is nice now that I'm here. I'm slightly damp from the walk. It was just a case of I started to sweat too much and I'd rather dry from the outside than the inside. And I'll have a fire at some point so I can cook some hot dogs. But yeah, it's all good. The rain isn't too bad. It's not too bad. I could have a fire in this, but I'll probably wait for it to stop for a bit. It always stops for a wee while, at least. Everything is nice and dry. Finally here now, guys, chilling out. Got a can of Monster. Bad Apple, it's called. Just chilling here under the tarp. My feet up in the ground here. Oh, that's been a rough 24 hours. Anyway, here's the hammock inside. The underquilt is sitting very high, but it's on elastic, so I'm wondering if those will stretch whenever I'm in it. Well, I know that they will, but will they stretch and stay a wee bit looser? Or is that just the way it's supposed to sit up high like that? It also could be a case that my hammock is a little bit longer than what's suitable for this. But it'll work. I'll be nice and dry and warm. I'm just hydrating a bit, so once my appetite catches up with me, I'll get this fire going. This is peaceful. This is why I go camping. The peace, the solitude. You just don't get this sort of peace anywhere else. And you've got it all night long. And the sounds of the rain, you know, that will help anyone sleep. Until it gets too heavy. And then it might be the opposite. But I imagine it will just drizzle like this, on and off probably half the night. It's not easy, you know. Let me show you what I can see sitting here. As you can probably tell, the edge of the forest is over there, where it's still nice and bright. Well, it's lighter anyway. It's so misty you can't even see outside of the forest. Just thought I'd get inside and see how it is. Put the feet up for a minute. What I love about a hammock and this fly sheet is that I can see out both sides, but at the same time when I want to get warm and stuff I'll just sleep sideways, and it's very cozy. It'll probably rain all night. It's about 20 minutes until sunset, so I've got to make a decision when to make the fire. You know, when to set up the fire pit and dry up a wee bit and cook dinner. Who couldn't sleep listening to that? This is what I can see from outside. There's my chair. I kid you not, this branch just fell from a tree. I know it's small, but it managed to stick in the ground like that. Beginning to think I'm not wanted here. I'm going to get this nice and hot, get it to sizzle. I don't mind if it's black. It's looking pretty good now actually. American style hot dogs with American style mustard and red sauce. You know, that was a very small stick that fell, but the way it landed upright on the ground, I mean, it could have damaged the tarp, and it's in the tree that's right beside me, so I don't know. This forest, like, I don't know of it being haunted, but the things that happen here when I've been here starting to make me think I shouldn't be here. I don't know, I mean, it doesn't look like there's going to be thunderstorms, and the weather forecast likes to be dramatic. It always likes to give you the worst case scenario, but last night was, you know, probably a record rainfall for years. Not just this year, but years. And the risk of thunder and lightning again, I mean, I don't even know if I should be here. If I'm going to pack up and go, I should probably go soon, but first I'll eat and brew a coffee maybe. But the good thing about this fire pit is, once the fire's out, it's not hot anymore. It just cools down instantly. That mesh holds no heat whatsoever. So that's a plus. On my second hot dog right now. Nice and charred, it's almost black. And the rain's getting a bit heavier. I can't believe that stick fell, you know, 4 feet from my chair. I just heard something fall from the tree, I heard like a whistle. You know, I guess as it moved through the air. I don't know about this place. So far it's just been bad luck and trouble. I've had enough hot dogs for now. I fancy some coffee and biscuits. I just took a log off so I could balance this on the top. That shouldn't take long. That doesn't work. Got these from yesterday. Absolutely beautiful. I have a caramel theme going on with the coffee and the biscuits. I'll not eat the first one because it's probably a bit soft. Beautiful. Cheers everyone. That's the spot. Because of the rain, the fire isn't really at the height that it would normally be. So I was able to lift the fire pit and move it closer. The coffee is so good though. Not really the fun trip that it was supposed to be yesterday evening. Still contemplating what to do. I mean, if lightning storms come at 1 in the morning, like, and I could be asleep, that's not good. The thing was, I was going to come back today to get my stuff regardless, and because the forecast didn't look as bad, or at least didn't mention lightning, I thought I'd be okay to camp here and just go back in the morning. But really I'm considering just packing up now before it gets pitch black and go. I just heard a rumbling and I didn't know what it was, so I walked to the end of the tree line there because I can't hear much with the tarp and the rain hitting the tarp, and it's just an airplane going by. Probably just took off from Cardiff Airport. I just don't know if I'm feeling it tonight. But that stick falling off the tree just got me thinking, maybe it's a warning sign. I have thought about calling these hills Misty Mountain, which I thought would be ironic because the last 2 days. But now that I'm thinking about it, it might need a slightly more sinister name. Yeah, what to do? The kettle really did cool down instantly. That's the good thing about these lightweight camping gadgets. You know, they really serve multiple purposes. You know, it heats up quickly and cools down just as quick. I'm going to have a second coffee now. Just a standard Nescafe. You know the deal. The sort of brown and red packets. Always great to have. There's no point carrying extra, is there? Also, once the water does heat up, the kettle makes a bit of a sizzling sound. So it's like if you can't hear it, lift it off the fire and then you'll hear the sizzling. You'll know that the water is at least hot enough for coffee. I don't know what it is, but every time I go hammock camping, except for maybe one example, it just does not go to plan. It's just the way it is so far. Really starting to feel the heat now. I moved one of the logs upwards, like a pyramid shape, and that really helps. Letting it dry off a bit too. So a few things have happened at once really. There's a breeze now that's came out of nowhere, so the smoke's going sideways. The rain has picked up. I keep hearing airplanes and thinking it might be thunder. I got here yesterday and I got set up. I'm having yesterday's dinner today. I've had my biscuits and a couple of coffees, and I think it's best to just pack up and really promote safe camping. Because I am on high ground here, I'm on the hills. This is pretty much as high as you can get around this area from miles and miles. Very high trees. These pine trees are massive, you know, probably, I don't know, 80, 100 meters tall. So yeah, everything will get wet. I'll have to unpack when I get home and start drying it out straight away. And I think next time, maybe during the week, I'll take the tent out somewhere else. Someday I'll come back and I'll defeat this forest. But as far as there's lightning concerns and stuff, even if they are much smaller than yesterday, it's not worth the risk. I mean, usually you see a storm, it passes on, it's bright and it's clear the next day, but it's been very misty today. You know, and as I said earlier, I was going to come up today and get my stuff. And now that I'm here and thinking about it, you know, I should just call it quits while I'm ahead. I'm really feeling the nice heat of that fire now, which makes leaving that bit harder. But yeah, it is what it is. And it isn't a sensible night to be out once again. The undersides of these trees are just so white that I would glance out and think that somebody's out with a torch. I'm guessing that's just from the rot. But really, when I'm looking over, they do look like beams of light. There's just so many dead trees here. Still sitting by the fire here. I went for a little walk, a couple of minutes, just to contemplate. It's such a calm night. It's so quiet. When you move away from the tarp, you can barely hear the rainfall. It's just a drizzle. It's like a thick, heavy drizzle, but still a drizzle of rain all the same. But then yesterday was quiet as well. It was quite similar to this. Now I'm about 90% sure there shouldn't be much thunder or lightning tonight, but just because there might be, I am going to pack up now and head home. And it's really hard to leave this fire. I've moved it closer. And I am pretty dry now. I've basically dried off. Nice and warm. But yeah, I'm going to pack up, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up or subscribe. I'd appreciate that. And I'll catch you on the next one in a tent on a night where there is no chance of lightning. I might even go for a night where there's no chance of rain. Wouldn't that be nice? The chair just broke. The elastic that holds it in just came out of place, I think, so it should be an easy fix, but it's not supposed to be in singular parts, so that basically sums up this whole experience. Really couldn't make it up. It will always amaze me that the hammock fits inside the pocket of the hammock. Such a brilliant idea. It's the straps that take up equal room. I'd even try to get the straps inside this. It's been so wet with flash floods yesterday that I am confident kicking this over. That isn't hot at all. Yep, fire pit's really good. Oh yeah, I'm leaving the sausages for the foxes and the bread for the birds. Other than that, I will leave no trace. Yeah, that fire pit is so good, it's not hot at all. Fits into this little bag. It's actually sizzling on the wet moss. I love this backpack. 85 litre backpack. It's huge, like, it fits a lot in. I got this rain cover off Temu for about £2, £2.50. It's for an 80 litre rucksack, which should be 5 litres short of what I need, but it's so stretchy it could probably fit a much bigger rucksack. Very impressed with this. So I'm all packed up now, leave no trace, you know, except a sausage or two. And yeah, time to get this rain cover on and go. Thought I might feel a little defeated to have to bail 2 nights in a row, but I don't. Feel quite rejuvenated to sit and eat by the campfire. And yeah, you know, stay safe. There will always be more opportunities, more nights to have a peaceful night camping. I guess I'll have to go around it. It's quite disorientating walking in the forest at night in the rain. But it's a small forest, so walk in a straight line in any direction and you'll find the exit. Now that I'm out of the forest and I can see the sky, it's a pretty standard drizzly sort of night. No wind really, just light rain and pretty grey sky, patchy sky, you know, the sort of standard weather that we get here in the UK. Just on the way back, guys, I've left the forest, I've come along the path, just about to do the downhill zigzag, and I noticed how clear the sky is. This is the steelworks. Steelworks is massive. I've seen towns that are smaller than those steelworks. Really clear now at the minute. It might help that the ocean is just in front of the steelworks there, and you know, it's helping to clear the sky. But yeah, it's always nice to walk at night, as long as you're safe. Yeah, I think I've changed my mind. I am feeling a little bit deflated. That's okay, I'll have to swallow some humble pie. And then I got to thinking, you know, the weather forecast is rarely right, but last night was so treacherous, and in 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, it could really change up here. And so I still think I'm making the right call. And this walk's quite peaceful, albeit that I'm getting wet by walking through these bushes.